Good girl. How's everybody doing? My name's Mike and we have Miss Melly with us today. And so we're going to talk about one of the most important things you need to know when you're going for a walk with your dog. So the first thing that happens when we grab a leash, we want to set the dog up for success. So, go ahead girl, sit. So when I'm walking with her, I want to make sure I have the perfect amount of leash. We call it leash awareness. When the leash is in our hand, how much length do we have on the leash? We want it to look just like this. As you can see right here, how this is loose, okay? This part of her collar is loose. We don't want to be standing here with it like this. We want it to be standing here like this, heel. So when I walk with her, I want it to remain loose. Sit. Good girl. Good job, girl. Good girl. See how she kept it heel? See how she kept it loose that entire time? Now, it's very important, and it's on the one who's at the end of the leash to understand how much leash you need in your hand. And it does take some practice. We want the perfect amount of leash to where I'm walking with her like this, and it's nice and loose. But then if she were to get out of the heel position, like hang back too far, or try to get ahead of me and go or go too far out to the side, she would automatically feel the leash pressure just from the position I have it in my hand. Just the way I'm holding it, she will feel the leash pressure. And then what happens is, as soon as we feel leash pressure, it's the owner's job to then take the tension off the leash, like give a little leash and then give a tug to create tension, and then release that tension again so there is nothing there, so they don't feel any tension. So if the dog goes the opposite way, I will loosen it up, give a little tug, and get the dog back into position. So we want to avoid the dog getting the leash tight or getting too in front of us, too far behind us. And again, the way you do that is leash awareness. Where is the leash? How much leash do I have right now? If we give the dog any extra leash, they will absolutely take advantage of that leash. And if you do not correct them for the boundaries where you want them to be, not in front of you, not too far behind, if you don't correct them for that, go ahead girl, go to the bathroom. If you don't correct them for that, they will absolutely take advantage of that, and they will walk ahead of you. And what the dog actually wants to do, come on girl, heel. What the dog actually wants to do is be in the position I tell the owners to be in. So the dog just wants to be at least 2-3 steps ahead of you, and that's where we want the owner to be. So again, the first thing to do to set you up for success is leash awareness. How much leash do I have in my hand? Am I giving the dog too much? Again, the leash should be loose when the dog is walking next to you. And then if the dog were to go in any other position, even by a few inches, there would be pressure on the collar. And again, it's up to the owner to correct the dog before the dog gets out of position. That's absolutely how we train them. Is if I'm starting to stop and I notice the dog not stopping, I give a little tug, heel, for communication to let the dog know, hey, I'm slowing down, you need to slow down with me. Sometimes we get excited, and it's very necessary to have that correction. So again, leash awareness. How much leash do I have? How much leash am I giving the dog? If the dog gets out of position, is there going to be tension? And then if the dog does get out of position, I make sure I am ready to loosen that tension, correct, loosen it back up, and have the dog in the correct position.